Let's start off with a comment down below. I don't know if I've ever done this before, but with your beard, length, density, shape, which is the most important aspect of your facial hair if you had to pick one? So go ahead if you need to pause the video, cool. If you want to type while you're hearing me talk, that's awesome, but put it down below. Which one is the most important to you? Because I want to have a conversation. I don't know which one is the most important to me. They are all very important. I know I'm contradicting myself. Dan, you just made me pick and you're not picking. I know. I just need to get this off my chest, quite literally. No, just kidding. I need to get this out so I can hear from people that understand. I can get my thoughts out there for people to be like, oh, interesting, because I do struggle with what is the most important to me. And a quick introduction, especially while you guys are down there near the like button. My name is Dan C. Bearded, and I love creating educational content about beard stuff. I love having conversational content about beard stuff. Above all, it's just food for thought. Maybe it helps the way your beard looks. Maybe it helps the way your beard feels. Maybe it helps the way your beard smells. Any of those things will be an accomplishment for me. If you're not subscribed and that sounds like something you could use or enjoy, please consider it. Thank you to those returning subscribers. Let me hit you with my journey and my perspective on what is the most important aspect of a beard. And I'm literally looking at stuff on my wall right now where I was a beard competition judge at the US Nationals, the biggest in the US, the Great American Classic, the second biggest in the US. So I'm judging people on their best beard, all subjective, of course. And I internally struggle with what makes it the best. I like to make a statement with my beard. I like to walk into a room and have a punch with my appearance. I want to go to the gas station and someone be like, dude, look at that beard. I want people to be able to have the thought of that's the best beard I've ever seen, right? I can admit that. Is that shallow? Is that whatever? Sure, whatever. I'm just being honest here, and I know many of you agree with me. But what is the punch? Is it because you saw somebody with the longest beard? Is it because they had the most dense and just crazy thick beard? Or was it that it was a perfectly balanced style and shape to fit them? Here's my journey. I do think in most cases you need some substantial length on the beard to make a really big pop. I do think in most cases you do need some density and some thickness to make a real pop. And then I'm learning more and more that shape is just as important for me, for the others, and I'll go over exactly what I'm talking about. I recently grew my beard to its longest point, and it was over 14 inches. I think I'm around 12 right now. I had trimmed from 14, I went down to maybe 10, and maybe I'm growing back again. I'm somewhere in that range. But what I realized is I really liked the attention and the feedback of the beard at its longest point. And I fully understand there's many of you that are watching right now and even less of you, but commenting as well, being like, it's not for them, I don't care about other people. That's fine. This is what I do for a career. This is how I get my channel out there. That is a factor to me, and I'm a personable guy. I've never met a stranger. I want to meet people and talk to them and become friends, and if that's the conversation icebreaker, let's do it. So I liked it when it was at 14 inches because of the attention. However, when I turned to the side, I would have this really nice shape like I have now, and then it would kind of like go in and just wasn't right. And what I was finding out was it was a mix of the length and the shape. Now, a factor there was I talk with my hands. I move around, right? I've got normal muscles. I'm not jacked, but I'm not some skinny guy. And so when I would do that, my beard would kind of push in, and then my beard would hit my chest here, and then it would kind of do this thing. And as it got longer, right down here, it would pinch in. And I didn't like that. I like my beard to be nice and wide. I like to have that volume, that girth, baby. And the longer my beard got, the more it went in and changed the shape. So it was kind of this like weird balancing act where different levers were moving based on the point of which my beard was at. The longer it got, the less dense it got. The longer it got, the more the shape changed. But the longer it got, the more attention I received. It was like really messing with my mind when I took it back and I cut off like 4 inches as shown on this channel. It was kind of like a gut shot. It was kind of like, oh, why did I do that? Wow. And I'm like feeling like phantom hairs on my beard. I'm like, I miss this. But then I was like, but I think it looks better. I like my density here more. I really like the shape more. And that's what kind of made me lean into this video. We've talked about length. We've talked about density. But I think shape might be my biggest factor. I do. I really think it's my biggest factor because my length takes care of itself when the shape is right. My density is the best when the shape is right. And I don't think a lot of guys first think about shape. They think about how long it is and how thick it is. And that's really it. But maybe the shape is the key to that equation. And for me, I like to have this nice, slightly rounded bottom on the beard. I like to have that shape here that it doesn't bring it in too much. And I like the ability to kind of pull it out wide so I can get some volume and some girth on it. I'm going to come into a conclusion now, even though I feel like I still have a ton of thoughts that are spiraling around in my head. I want to continue this in the comments. Hopefully you guys left it earlier. I'm going to read every one. I'm going to get back to every single one of you. But which of those aspects is the most important to you? How are they related to you? Do you have a similar journey where you're like, yeah, I grew it out here and then this changed? Let's just cover all ideas of how length, density, and shape are related and prioritized with the beard. I love this, guys. The channel's going in kind of a conversational direction, and I'm here for it. You guys mean a ton to me, and I want to hear from you. Whoo, Dancy Bearded, please drop a comment, stay bearded, and stay positive.